Good morning, children. How are you all? I hope you are doing great. Okay, children, up to now we have finished A reading from second unit as well. Even in the last session, we completed our textbook, vocabulary, and grammar part. So today we'll complete our workbook part. Everybody open your workbooks. We'll see the questions, okay? Page number 70. See children, it's actually about your project work. So this is going to be your first project. Do this one in your project books. First one, actually collect the information from newspapers, magazines, periodicals and books about two famous Indian sports person and prepare their profiles. So it's about writing profile. In the last session, we have seen about writing biographical sketch. So the same format, you have to write profile. One example has been given here. You can select of your own choice. You can write about anyone. So write this one. That means select any one sports person and write about him or her in the project workbook. Okay. See here the details are given like this. Name Sania Mirza. Date of birth, height. Next about what she represents. Sports, game, debut and best in the career, hobbies, awards received. So you also collect about any person in the same manner. So their name, date of birth, height, about the game details, debut, best in the career, hobbies, awards received. And then by using those details, you can write profile. I'm just reading the paragraph given there. Just look at that one. Sania Mirza is a professional tennis player. She was born on 15th November 1986 in Bombay. She is 1.73 meters tall and her weight is 57 kgs. She began playing tennis at the age of 6. Sania's hometown is Hyderabad. She represents India. She made her debut in April 2001 on the ITF circuit. Sania is the highest ranked female tennis player from India. Watching cricket and other programs on TV and listening to music and her hobbies. In 2004, Sania was awarded the Arjuna Award by the Indian government. In 2006, she was awarded a Padma Shri for her achievements as a tennis player. So like this, I think you understood this. So like this, collect information about any person and write down in your project books. So last year also we did this in the same way, collect the information and write it down. So this is going to be your first project, okay, for FE1. And next one, even about one more person also given there. That's about Saina Nehwal. So look at that one actually. Okay, then turn the page number 72. It's reading comprehension from A reading, that is our lesson true height. Look at the questions once. One paragraph is given there. Read that paragraph. I'm just reading the questions. What is truly the glamorous event of any track and field competition? So what was that event we are talking about here? That was the pole vault is truly the glamour event of any track and field competition. Next, what does the sportsman combine? The sportsman combines the grace of a gymnast and the strength of a bodybuilder. So it's like a combination, right? Gymnast as well as bodybuilder. What was his achievement? He won the National Junior Olympics in the pole vault and set a new world record. What was so special about his achievement? Why he was so special? What was the unique thing? Actually here Michael Stone was blind. Okay. Next, throw some light on Michael's character. That we have discussed about so many positive qualities, right? So which qualities enlightens him? About those you have to write. Like the qualities are like Michael was very dedicated, determined, disciplined and hardworking. So these are the qualities. So that reflects the character of Michael Stone. Like this, you have to answer the questions. This particular bit comes under reading comprehension. Okay. Next. Page number 76. Coming to the vocabulary part, what is the first one? Read the passage given below. 5 sentences in the passage are numbered at the beginning. Each of these sentences has an error. Correct and rewrite them. So here, if you observe, there is one paragraph and the sentences in the paragraph are given number. 1 to 5 numbers are there. So each and every sentence will have one mistake. You have to identify that mistake. We'll do that one. Read the paragraph once. Once two friends were sleeping above a tree in a forest. Once two friends were sleeping above a tree in a forest. There is a mistake here. Check all the prepositions. Above a tree. What do we say? On a tree. Once two friends were sleeping on a tree in a forest. That's the first one. Second one. Suddenly we heard a lion roar. Suddenly we. Here we are talking about whom? Friends. That means pronoun must be like they. It's not we. We are not talking about those friends. They are talking. So suddenly they heard a lion roar. Third one. One friend said to the other, "Where are you wearing your shoes? Where are you wearing your shoes? You can't run faster than the lion." So it's a simple mistake, right? What we have to say? Why are you wearing your shoes? Why? It's not where. Why? That's third one. Next, fourth and fifth one are given in a single sentence. So let's see that. The other friend replied, "I don't have to run fast than the lion. I have to run faster than you." So where is the mistake here? I don't have to run faster than. Comparative degree. Always comparative degree. We have to write ER. Right? Fast, faster, fastest. Here we are comparing. Here that person has been compared with the lion. So must be expressed in comparative degree. Faster than. Faster than. So only one mistake in that sentence. Like this in examination you have to find the mistakes. Okay. Now let's move on to the next one. Grammar part. Fill in the blanks. Once a farmer had a goose who dashed a golden egg every day. He became greedy and cut the goose's stomach to dash all the eggs at a time. After doing this, he not only dashed his goose but also his money forever. We should be satisfied, dash our blessings and dash be greedy for our tomorrow. Okay, so once a farmer had a goose who, it's in past tense. So verb also must be in past tense. Laid. Who laid a golden egg every day. He became greedy and cut the goose's stomach to remove all the eggs at a time. After doing this, he not only lost his goose but also his money forever. We should be satisfied with our blessings and not be greedy for our tomorrow. Like this we have to do this. So here answers are given. See children, next week, I mean in October 2nd week, mostly we are going to have FA1 exams. So you have to prepare for that. So here creative writing is also given there. Write the biography with the help of the hints given below. PT Usha details are given, and in the previous session we have discussed how to write biography. So write like that. And next one is about a letter writing. Even in the first unit we discussed about how to write a letter, right? So write a letter to your friend inviting him or her to your village on the occasion of annual district sports meet. Okay, see here, actually children, this one even last year also we have done that one. So it's like a letter writing. Observe all the details once, okay, and read that letter. Third one, 78. Describe the thoughts of Michael when had to clear the final vault in Olympics. So just we know the lesson, right? What were his feelings? In fact, the total lesson is about his feelings, right? So you can write about that. And next one is write a possible conversation between Michael's mother and father when Michael won a national and international junior Olympics record. So you have to imagine this conversation. Michael won both at the national level and international level. Then what were the feelings of his parents? Then what would be the conversation between his parents? So imagine and we have to write. So always all the creative writings from textbook like this only will be given, children. So read this conversation. Okay, do one thing, children. In the next session, I'll conduct ST. Okay, so for ST, prepare for all these questions. Page number 76, creative writing, first question. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, all these 5 questions, easy questions only. Prepare for ST. In the next session, I'll conduct you ST. Okay, yes. Next, page number 86, open page number 86, look at vocabulary part, write down in your workbook. I'll tell you the mistakes, write down the mistakes. Okay, first one is what? With all the media attention and heartfelt congratulations, Michael's life would never be the same. Where is the mistake here? Michael's life, it's Michael's life. What we have to say? Michael's life. Where is the mistake? Live. So what was given there? Here actually it was given like live, right? But what we have to say? It's a life. It's life. Okay. Next. It wasn't just because he won the National Junior Olympics and set a new world records. Okay. Here actually 2 mistakes are there, children. That's why 2 numbers are given. Here 1 is given. But what we have to write? WON. He won the National Junior Olympics and set a new world records. A must be used for singulars, right? Records, new world records we are saying. That's why there A should not be there. So just remove A. I'm just repeating sentence. It wasn't just because he won the National Junior Olympics and set new world records. Remove A. No need to write A there. Okay, that's from second and third mistakes. And fourth and fifth also same there. And it wasn't because he had just increasing his personal best by 9.5 inches. It was simply because Michael Stone was deaf. So very easy mistakes, right? It was just increasing. What we have to say? It's past tense, right? See, he already increased. So that is increased. Verb must be in past tense, not increasing. And increase. And last one is actually Michael Stone is blind, right? We know that he is blind. He is not deaf. He is blind. So 2 mistakes, right? Okay. Like that. Rewrite the paragraph by correcting those mistakes. Okay. Pause the video and complete it now only. Workbook should be finished, children. Don't leave anything blank. Okay. Next one. Grammar part. Again there is paragraph. Fill in the blanks. So a player is one dash has a strong sensible mind, never pondering dash falling only contemplating prevailing. A dash is one who doesn't chicken out, who wants to be in the game when dash counts. Now that's a dash player. So it's very beautiful paragraph, children. A player is one. A player is one has a strong. Who has a strong? Who? W-H-O. Who? First blank. What is the correct option? Option C. See here, person. We are talking about person. That's why we have to write who. For places we have to say where. Okay. And if it is a question, we have to say how and why. So which option is correct there? Option C. Who has a strong sensible mind, never pondering means bothering about falling, never pondering about option A. Second one, option A. About falling, only contemplating prevailing. Next, A, player. Third one is what? Option C, player. We are talking about player here. So its option is player. We are not talking about any dancer, father, singer, right? Here we are talking about player. So option C is correct. Third one, option C. A player is one who doesn't chicken out, who wants to be in the game when everything counts. When everything counts. Fourth one, option B. Now that's a true player. Now that's a true player. Options: first one C, second one A, third one C, fourth one B, fifth one A. Clear, children? Yes. Now coming to the conventions of writing, it's very easy one. Read the paragraph and try to do it. I'm reading that. I must say that the combination of Saurav and Coach John Wright was influential in changing the mindset of Indian cricket itself, for it was then that we started doing well consistently, especially abroad. And we had some amazingly talented individuals with the hunger for success who played with great pride, worked really hard and showed great commitment levels. So, where are the mistakes? First one, obviously, each and every sentence we have to start with capital letter. So, I must be in capital letter. I must say that the combination of Saurav, name, proper name. Proper name means first letter must be capital letter. So, Saurav, S capital letter. And coach. Coach is also noun, right? So, that's why C also should be in capital letter. John, again John Wright, name. So J and W must be in capital letters. John Wright was influential in changing the mindset of Indian cricket. Indian, I must be capital. Cricket for itself. For itself, full stop. For itself, full stop. That's it. One sentence is finished. Next one, again start with capital letter, F capital, for. For it was then that we started doing well consistently, comma, especially abroad, full stop. Next again capital letter, so and must start with a capital letter. And we had some amazingly talented individuals with the hunger for success who played with great pride. Okay. Who, here look at the children, and we had some amazingly talented individuals with the hunger for success, comma, who played with great pride, worked really hard and showed great commitment levels, full stop. That's it. Clear, children? So I'm repeating the changes. First one, I must be capital letter. Next, Saurav, S capital letter. Coach, C capital letter. John Wright, J and W capital letters, and Indian, I capital letter. After itself, keep full stop. Then F capital letter. Consistently, comma, and again and A capital letter. And hunger for success, comma, and last full stop. Like this. So children, most of the mistakes, so you know that, right? Check for the capital letters. Each and every sentence we have to start with capital letter, and after the completion of each and every sentence we must place full stop. And for proper nouns we have to write capital letters, and if you are using relative pronouns like who, then we have to write comma. So these rules you already know that, so write it. Okay, and coming to the today's homework, children, look at that creative writing. Write a short speech on the topic value of games and sports in your life. So this one also, even last year we did this. Value of games and sports in life. So what is the value of sports and games? Are they necessary? what is the role they are playing in our lives. Write about that one question. And second one, look at that. Write a letter to your friend about the game you like the most. Include the following points in the letter. Which game do you like the most? Why do you like it? How do you play? Procedure. And suggestions for the improvement of the game. So first one, write paragraph about the value of games and sports. Write in workbook itself. Okay, there is enough place, write it there. And second one also, writing a letter to your friend. Describe about your favorite game by following the hints. Okay, so anyway, answers are there at the back side of your workbook, children. So you can refer and write. Okay, so prepare for ST. 5 questions I have given. That is one homework. And these 2 questions write in workbook. Okay, that's all for today. Thank you.